It's 4 o'clock. Do you know where your Tesla is? Well, you better go check it, because if someone's not painting it, it's probably on fire. My God, these people just keep getting crazier. But there's more to it. The name of the channel is What They Don't Say, so we're going to say what they don't say, because everyone always gets off on these stories, and it's always the same stuff. They just got different versions of the same stuff. So there's a lot to unpack with this. First of all, this is terrorism. It's Tesla terrorism. A lot of people are saying that. It's true. These people should not be charged with just the vandalism, just the painting, public disturbance, or anything. This is friggin' terrorism. It's trying to get your way in politics through fear and intimidation, violence. That is terrorism. There's no excuse for not charging these people with terrorism, because that's all they are. Even though they're a bunch of friggin' pansies. I haven't seen a normal person yet that got it with this. I mean, normally it's not women doing the violent crimes, right? Well, we got a couple of these, the most prominent ones. One is a woman in the Chicago suburbs, 27-year-old. Her name's Erin White. She looks like any kind of school teacher, right? 27-year-old school teacher. I don't know what she actually does, but that's what she looks like. Got the pasty face and the weird haircut. She vandalized the service center. Got caught. That was on March 14th. There's another one that got caught out in Loveland, Colorado. This is a fun one, okay? Lucy Grace Nelson, who was born Justin Thomas Nelson. Now, this 42-year-old guy lives with his mom because he's got mental issues and he can't make it on his own, right? But he's got time and money to go through gender transformation surgery. Well, just chop it up surgery. Someone's paying for that, Mom. What are you doing to this kid? Get him some help. Meanwhile, he's over there terrorizing the Tesla dealership. The guy went in there 4 or 5 different times. He got caught the last time he finally went there. He kept going back. I tell you, I would get caught the first time I tried it. I just know I would. How do these people keep getting away with this crap? When you shake a can of paint, it's got that little ball that bangs around. I'd be out there trying to spray paint my first car. Some old lady walking her chihuahua down the street would hear that ball shaking. Call the cops, boom, I'm gone. This guy goes back 4 or 5 times. 4 times, gets caught the 5th time. Breaking windows, spray painting stuff. There was one of these Tesla dealers where a guy went in and he actually shot up the cars. How do you not get caught in the process? He shot him and then lit him. But this is bully politics. Democrats always complain about, the Republicans are bullies. We can't have school bullies. Bullies bad. Hell, who's a bigger bully than the damn Democrats? I mean, come on. This is bully politics. It's intimidation. Now, everybody I know, in my neighborhood, you learn how to handle a bully when you're in school. You drop them, right? You just knock them the hell out, okay? These people, we got some of the worst pansies in the country that are getting away with this because nobody is stopping them. They're shouting everything down. We've got a problem. Not only are they vandalizing stuff, they're always complaining, the left is always complaining that, the MAGA people are trying to kill democracy. You're killing democracy when you threaten people, intimidate, wreak havoc, use your bully politics because you can't win on policy, okay? That is attacking our democracy. Now we've got congressmen, representatives that want to go back home and talk to their citizens in their district, which is part of the process. It's part of being represented. They're making it so that can't even happen now. The politics of intimidation again. They load up these meetings. They get there first. Firstest with the mostest. Okay? They show up, a crowd of them, so that they basically fill the hall. And then they start attacking the congressman. It's impossible. They want to make the nation ungovernable because they're not getting their way. There's going to be a lot more about this in the next episode because it goes way beyond our shores. This goes all over the Western world. They're having the same kind of troubles in the UK, over in mainland Europe. And we got to get into who all is really behind all this. But in America, the vehicle for it is the Democrat Party. Now, I don't know if Musk is the guy you really want to attack, because it seems to me like if this guy gets a little upset, he could put out a pretty substantial award for catching the people that are doing it. You know, we drop what, a grand on it? Give $1,000 reward, find out who terrorized my Tesla. Hell, Musk could lose $50 million in a day. $50 billion in a day. He can gain $50 billion in a day just on market fluctuations. If that guy wants to start laying down some serious bread here for some rewards, these people are going down, because I'll guarantee you they'll roll over each other in a heartbeat to go get the bucks. You know they will. As long as they can stay anonymous, they'll go collect that money and rat their friends out. Do it, Musk. But the people have got to be charged with terrorism. This is not vandalism. But as long as we're on the subject of terrorism, as I recall, back when all this terrorism stuff first began in America, since it didn't used to happen, the first thing the Democrats were always saying in the media was, how did they get radicalized? Who got to them? Where did this happen? Who radicalized them? What are they feeling? Well, I tell you, when you've got Democrat politicians out there with dire, provocative, incendiary comments. You know, we've heard Schumer out there shaking his fist. Of course, they don't really like to follow him anymore, but he got the ball rolling. But he's shaking his fist with his glasses halfway down his nose, screaming about, hell is going to come up on you. Maxine Waters out there screaming about fighting in the streets. Of course, she can't even walk across the street, but she's talking to the dumbest people in their camp, the most vulnerable minds, the people that already have emotional issues, the people who are vulnerable, easily led. That's who they're talking to when they say this crap. They know a normal person's not going to do it. And I'll tell you what, it's getting harder and harder to find a normal Democrat that still says they're a Democrat, because I've known some Democrats that were some very good people. I've done good business with some Democrats. I've had, hell, my Southern family was Democrats. None of those people are on board with this kind of crap. None of them. It's like the Democrat Party hasn't lost enough already, so they're trying to decide, well, let's see, how can we get even more stupid so that our approval rating gets even smaller? But there's a problem. When they stop caring about the poll numbers and the voters they can draw, it's because they've got another plan. That's going to be covered in the next episode, where we talk about the global powers behind this. But where did they get radicalized? They get radicalized every time they turn on the media. But there's also meetings. Democrats have meetings. They have a lot of meetings. I have been to them. I got so sick of watching the Republicans never do anything, never fight anything, never accomplish anything. They just talk, right? Well, when I was young and I was an idealist and I was working as a volunteer inside the Republican Party, I got so sick of it, I snuck over to see what the Democrats were doing. Boy, was that worth it. I got over there. The Republicans, they'd have a meeting, they'd have a big old sheet cake, right? They'd have a sheet cake, a pot of coffee that ran out after, I don't know, the first front of the line got through. There was no more coffee. So then you're drinking this Kool-Aid lemonade out of a 5-pound goat cooler, and you got a sheet cake. You get a little 2-inch square. You take your chocolate, you take your vanilla, take your pick. No, you go to a Democrat meeting, and man, they order in the pizza. You got your choice of pops, you know, and there's music playing. It's a good time. They recruit, but they get these people in there, and then they pair them off. They decide, all right, what are you interested in? And they sort these people out. They pick out those vulnerable types. Believe me, they know how to use them too. They get a nutcase and they go to work on them. Well, that person goes home and they think about it. I mean, they don't give them a paper and say, go tear up a Tesla dealership. But they talk about it. That's how this stuff works. It's no coincidence that they're doing the same thing in France as they're doing in the UK, as they're doing in America, as they're doing in Chicago in America, and San Francisco, Loveland, Colorado. This is not a coincidence. It's because it's a well-orchestrated effort. It comes from these meetings. These people are being reached. The Democrats have an action network that is superb. Those guys really know how to put a machine together. Unfortunately, they don't use it for anything any good. But when something happens that they could lay on the Republicans, like say, back when they found that noose in that Bubba Wallace's garage, right? Then it turned out somebody just tied a loop on a garage rope. They got the FBI over there, and right away the reporters out in front of the Republicans. Do you denounce racism? Do you denounce the noose? Do you denounce hanging people because they're a different color? Denounce it. Denounce it. Yes, I denounce it. Please, just get away. Republicans always run from that shit. Always. And the Democrats are always right there. Denounce it. All right, I want to hear some Democrats denounce this Tesla terrorism. Show me one of them. Show me the reporter saying this is wrong, this has got to stop, this is not how we conduct politics in America, not my America. Where's that reporter? Where's that Democrat congressman? Where are these people? Somebody's got to have a cool head on that side, right? Are they afraid of the nuts? Are they afraid of their own nuts? I mean, it's my way or we're coming for you. You know, now they actually are printing, they've got online maps of Tesla owners' homes. Now, if you're a nut, you can look up a Tesla owner, go to their home. If you can't, if the car's in the garage, I guess you just vandalize the house. Is that what it's supposed to be? They already sent them after the Supreme Court justices. You think they're afraid to send them after you? These people believe in bully politics. They do not believe in democracy. This is the socialism, communist type Soviet tactics our parents warned us about a long time ago. They were right. These nuts are doing it. You either get in line or we're attacking you. You understand me? We're going to paint your car. We're going to key your car. We're going to destroy it. We're coming for you because you don't think like we do. You get it? Nobody's telling us to denounce it, right? Come on. How much crazier can this shit get before someone finally kicks in and says, wait a minute, this party's gone too far. We can't keep doing this. I don't think that person would have a voice in that party now because they've been so infiltrated. So where do you go from here? It's got to be treated as terrorism. It's the only way you're going to stop it. I don't know that would even stop it until they run through the nuts. I mean, there's always a limited number of people that are willing to be that stupid. But there will be something else after this. I mean, they've done this to the MyPillow guy. It's been in steps. It's been in graduations. They already ruined the MyPillow guy. Look what they did to General Flynn. I mean, one after another, they keep picking people off. And they just attack. Now it's become violent. There's an escalation. It's a deliberate escalation. And the reason it got so much worse is because now it's affecting their pocketbooks with this Doge thing. They're finding out that they're losing funding. Now it's become war. That's the only reason Musk is hated. Because all their crooked money is drying up. I mean, that's no mystery. Everybody's aware of that. So now we've got Tesla terrorism. Well, it better get treated like terrorism. The Republicans had better step up and start pushing that. Because truthfully, everything that's happening so far that's coming around good, that everyone's happy about, is coming from the Team Trump. And some of those people are Democrats. He got Tulsi in there. He got RFK in there. Yeah, they were Democrats. That's where they came from. No president does that, right? But meanwhile, all those people are working their tails off, and the Congress isn't doing a damn thing. Oh, they passed a budget bill. A spending bill. It wasn't even a budget bill. It was a spending bill. What the hell else are they doing? Why isn't Congress doing something about this? Why don't they address anything? Why does it all have to be the administration? What is the Congress doing? They need to be passing a law making all of this terrorism a serious crime. You know, if they get the laws in there, then the federal government can say, hey, you're not obeying the law. We're going to withhold your money on that, too. Like they did with the university. I don't know why we're giving $400 million to Columbia University, but it sure got their attention when they decided to take it away. What kind of terrorists have they got out there? We already know it's a breeding ground for them. But so far, it's the Americans that are doing the terrorism here. Now, Mayorkas famously said the most dangerous terror threat in America today is the white supremacists. I think it was about 2021 or so when he said that. That's been echoed a lot. Well, where the hell are the white supremacist crimes? All I see is a bunch of crazy friggin' Democrats and occasional Muslims. They aren't even doing it anymore. Heck, the Democrats have gotten worse than them. The ISIS-type terrorists, they got pretty well cleaned up in here. They've been laying low. We got the Tren de Agua, those immigrants. But those guys were committing individual crimes. There were business-related crimes for a lot of it. Of course, you know, they go out and they rape and they murder. But a lot of their stuff was drug trade type stuff, right? It wasn't political. These people, the Tesla terrorists, the pink hat people, the Tesla terrorists are simply political terrorists. It's just bully politics. They've got to start treating it like it. These people need locked up in prison for 20 years. Federal time, that means no parole, right? Make it a federal charge because this is against the country. When a person in Loveland, Colorado burned down a Tesla dealership to change the mind of my state representatives and everyone else who watches this, this is a crime against the country. Start treating it like one. The real problem with trying to solve this stuff, you got to get to the people that are organizing it, the people that are funding it. This is global. It's not just American. It's happening over in France. It's happening in Germany, England. They're starting to have some problems in Ireland. It's happening in multiple states here. This is well organized. Somebody's paying for all this. Now we've got the website where they're doxing all the Tesla owners. Someone is paying for this. That takes a lot of work. How in the hell did they get all the phone numbers and addresses for current Tesla owners? Even though they say that they'll remove you from the list if you can prove that you sold your Tesla. Where are these people? Where are they sitting? They're within reach somewhere. They need to be arrested, and this needs to be serious charges. None of this slap the hand bullshit. This has got to stop because we're at the point where whoever it is has already given up on the Democrat Party as a viable political means. They know it's not working politically. This is the next step. They've still got the machine. They've still got the organizational structure. They've still got all the contacts and everything they had when they were trying to get it to function as a party. the political string pullers like Pelosi and Clinton and even the people that were behind Obama, they used the system for political means. But now that they've blown it completely, they're using the same system, but for violence. The people that were around the Democrat Party because they're interested in politics and solutions, they're gone. Not everybody's realized it yet, but they're gone. The people that are left don't care about politics. They want the bully politics. They want to rule by terrorism. Anyway, I hope you'll like and subscribe. You know, in this YouTube world, that's the lifeblood of everything. You got to have the likes. You got to have the subscriptions. We're coming back with a lot more. We're going to deep dive into that whole issue of who is behind this and why is it global. We're going to dive into a lot of things. And we hope you're around for it. We've got the next 6 episodes already titled and started now. Anyway, I appreciate you guys listening. Give your thoughts and comments because some of the best comments come from everyday people. You know, the fancy chair polishers with the microphones, the media people, you know, with the radio and TV spots, doing what the networks tell them they can and can't do. That's not where the best thinking comes from. Actually, some of the best thinkers I know are truck drivers, and they always have been. And the reason for that is you get an intelligent person that much window time where they can stay informed and really ponder stuff. Get some time alone and just think. Those guys come up with some pretty amazing stuff. And they aren't alone out there, but they're good at it. And we got a lot more. And I'd like to hear, we got a comment section. If you thought of something that needs to be out that hasn't been, or if you got something that you'd like to have addressed, by all means, let us know in the comment section because that's what this is for. There's a lot of things that aren't being said. We need to talk about what they don't say. That's what this is all about. Thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe. Y'all have a great day.